Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Ajax Road to Glory. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And not only was the previous episode kicking off this brand new series, we also played our very first two games in the European International Cup, which of course is the cup we are now in for pre-season. Now, the first game we faced off against OGC Nice, and to be fair, we got off to a very good start. Just after half-time, we were up 2-0, but sadly, with us now playing on Legendary, the opposition doesn't give up. It'll play till the last kick of the game, and unfortunately, we lost that game 3-2. I was absolutely gutted because it was my first game ever on Legendary, and it didn't go too well. But then we faced off against Crystal Palace, and I was thinking, do you know what? After that Nice game, it's going to be a difficult one against Crystal Palace. But oh my, did the team turn up. I played well myself. We scored plenty of goals, and we actually beat Crystal Palace 6-1. So we bounced back after that defeat against Nice, which I was very happy about. Now, in today's episode, guys, you can see next we're playing Burnley. If we beat Burnley, we'll be then through to the semi-finals of the European International Cup. If we get through the semi-finals, that obviously leaves us in the final. So what the plan is, if we beat Burnley, we should finish top of the group stage. Then we'll play the semi-finals. If we get knocked out of the semi-finals, then there's the two games for today's episode. If we win the semi-finals, I will also include the final, whether we win or lose, in today's episode. So you guys are going to get 3 games in today's episode. That is if we win our next 2. Now, something I want to discuss at the very start of this episode, guys, but I don't want to go into it too much. Obviously, the first episode, whether it's a first episode of a new season or a new series, it's always going to be a lot longer because you've got transfers to talk about, comment and stuff like that. But for the first time ever in the previous episode, I actually included all of your guys' comments in the video, and I was talking for probably 17 minutes saying so and so said this, Lee said this, Royal said this, and we went through everyone's comments. MTA said this and so on, and basically it took a very long time. But what I also done is I done a straw poll asking you guys what player/players should we sign/loan in the Ajax Road to Glory, and you guys have been voting, and I'll pop it on screen right now. As you can see, we've got Foden at the top with 12 votes, Tuzar in second with 7 votes, joint with Weah, who's also in second with 7 votes, Bardi in third with 6 votes, Teti in fourth with 5 votes, Ampadu with 4 votes in 5th place, and then we're going a little bit further down. We've got Adriozola with 3, Foyth with 3, and also Pugh with 3. So what I've actually done, those players you are seeing right there have all been added to this shortlist right here, apart from the Real Madrid right back, and there is a reason for that, guys. I've had a little look into it, and he's going to cost well too much money. So what I've done is I've got Foden at the top, as you guys have voted. He will be a player that we attempt to sign in today's episode. Then I'll also look at Tuzart and also Weah. But what was pointed out to me, and I do believe it was Lee that pointed it out, and I think Royal also pointed it out, and that was I forgot to put Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the straw poll, which I am massively sorry about, guys. I completely left him off, but it is okay because right now we're about to go through the comment section again, and in today's episode there's going to be a straw poll with another bunch of players in there which you guys can vote for. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in for the top 2 or 3 players today on this straw poll now, which you can see in front of me, which is obviously the transfer hub, the shortlist that we have right now. We're going to vote again. Obviously, you guys are going to vote down below now for maybe, 10 plus more players. I'm going to go through the comment section right now and add all them to the shortlist. You guys are going to vote on a straw poll. And then again, in the episode after that, we'll look at the top 2, maybe even the top 3. But if I scroll to the bottom first, now the good thing is thanks to you guys using the hashtag transfer in and the hashtag transfer out, I can easily see your comments. So first up is a comment from Kororo the Creator, and that is Diot. I don't even know how you pronounce his second name. Upacano. I really do not know how you pronounce his name. Kuru, if you can help me, that would be much appreciated. But it's this man here. Let's just call him Diot for now. So we'll go ahead and search for him. He's got a release clause of 24.7 million euro. We've already got him scouting. Obviously, I've done this off camera, guys, but now we're going to add him to the shortlist. Now, I was going to add all these off camera, but I decided, you know what, we'll go through the comment section, and that is why that man there is already being scouted. So thanks again, Kuru, for your transfer in hashtag. I do appreciate it, and recommending another player. Moving on to a comment from Lee. Sign Hussein Aor from Leon. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Aor. But the first things first is MTA Plays has commented he's a bit expensive and he normally starts around an 81 to an 82 rated, and Royal has followed up with yet far too expensive. What we will do, because obviously this is your guys' career mode, we will go ahead and search for him and we'll have a look what rating he is or if he does have a price. We have nothing on him, so I will add him to the shortlist. The simple reason is, guys, you're recommending players with the hashtag transfer in. Now, after this episode, there is no point in using the hashtag transfer in or recommending any more players. I'll give you guys 2 episodes to recommend as many players as you can, and that is exactly what we've done. So we've got 8 from the first straw poll. We're going to try and get a top 8 from the second straw poll, and then we'll decide what's going on. But by the looks of it, a load of you guys want me to get a central attacker mid and also a centre mid. Now, moving on, thanks again, Lee, for that comment. It's another comment coming in from Lee, and it is signed Nordi Mukeli, I think that's how you pronounce the name, from RB Leipzig. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and search for him. He's a young right back and centre back. Now, a right back is a player that you guys want me to get. So there he is, Nord Mukeli, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's got release goals of 22.8 million euros. So let's add him to the transfer hub and let's also scout him. Thanks very much for your comment, Lee. Much appreciated. And in fact, there is another transfer in from Lee. Absolutely smashing it, Lee. Thanks so much for all your recommendations. Much appreciated. And that is Hogeberg, I think that's how you pronounce his name, or Hoberg, and he is from Southampton. So we go and search for him now. H-O-G-A, is it Pierre? It may well be him from Southampton. There we go, it is Pierre-Emile Hogeberg, I think that's how you pronounce his name, or Hoberg. Again, central midfielder, it looks like that's what you guys want. We'll go ahead and ask him to get scouted and also add him to the shortlist. Thanks again, Lee. Much appreciated for all your I say much appreciated to all your comments. Then I scroll up and we've got another one from Lee. Lee has absolutely smashed it using the hashtag transfer in. So Lee, well done for listening in the previous episode. And this is for a striker, either sign Briel Mbolo from Schalke or Giovanni Simeone from Fiorentina if you want a striker, or if Huntelaar leaves. Now, 2 of you guys have actually used the hashtag transfer out and have asked me to sell Huntelaar, so I have added them to the list. So what we will do, now I'm going to have to pick between this 2 transfers, to be honest, because I don't want to have, like, let's say 20 odd players, because you guys are only going to be able to vote for a couple. So what I'm going to do is, because I've used Mbolo before, I'm actually going to look for Giovanni and see how he is. I've never heard of him before, but Lee's recommended him, and if you guys recommend anyone, then I will happily add them to the transfer list. And there is Giovanni Simeone, 23, and he plays for Fiorentina, so we'll go ahead and ask him to get scouted and also add him to the shortlist. Now, hopefully, not that I don't mind you commenting loads, Lee, but I kept saying thanks very much for your comments, and then I'd scroll up and there'd be another one. That could be it for Lee right now. So again, Lee, thanks so much for all your comments and appreciate all the player recommendations. So scrolling up, we now have a comment from, who is this comment going to be? It's MTA Plays saying Santiago Arias from Atletico as a right back. So again, it looks like there's another right back you guys want me to get. So all these players that you're seeing me add right now will be added to a straw poll, and you guys can start voting for the next episode. You've already voted on the previous episode, and I will be looking into some of those players today. So Santiago Arias, there we go. He's 26. I thought he was a little bit younger than that. He's got a release clause of 22.3 million euros, so that's not too bad at all, considering we may be able to get him for maybe around the 15-16 mark if his release clause is that low. So there we go. Thanks again, MTA Plays, for your lovely comment. We got Royal up next asking, get Rui Pedro as a backup striker, potential 85. He also would have said Tammy Abraham, but he is out on loan, which I agreed with. He is out on loan. So if we go Rui Pedro, okay. So he's only a goalkeeper. There isn't a Rui Pedro as far as I can see. So what I'll do is I'll just put in Pedro and see if we can find him. Oh, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? There's loads of Pedros there. Now, he says it's a striker, so maybe we just look for a striker called Pedro. Right, unfortunately, Royal, I can't see this Rui Pedro. So if you can go ahead, I'll allow you in the next episode to try and find out his actual name or what his name is in FIFA. Then I will happily add him and look at him in the next episode. But again, thanks very much for your comment, Royal. Much appreciated. Moving on, we have a final, and this is the final transfer in. Now, if any of you guys did leave a comment but didn't use the hashtag transfer in, I won't have seen it, because right now I'm just searching through the comment section so I can make it easy for me. And it's another comment from Kuru the Creator, and it's Alfonso Davies overall 72 potential of 87, plays left mid and right mid. And then Timothy Weah. Now Timothy Weah is already on the short list from the first straw poll. So we'll go ahead and look at this Alphonse, what's his name? Alphonse Davies or Davis, could be either. Plays left mid, and he's been approached by Santos already. So by the time we scout him, he may well have already gone. Now what I'll quickly do now is, just so you guys can see, I'll just search for transfer out in the comment section. So we've got the first one from Royal saying sell Daley Blind, Shona, and also Veltman, as well as Huntelaar. Now, unfortunately, with Daley Blind, he's only just moved, so we can't sell him. Shona I've added to the transfer list off camera. Veltman I've also added, and as well as Huntelaar. Then we've got a joke one from MTA Plays who says, sell Delit, De Jong, Tadic, Onana, Neres, Ziyech, and Tagliafico. They are useless players. Obviously, he's just joking there, or at least I hope he's joking there. But I'm sure if I did add any of them to the list, you guys would definitely say not to sell any of them. Another comment from Lee saying sell Veltman and Shona as they are going to grow. Again, Veltman and Shona are already added to the transfer list. And there was somebody else, I can't really find it, but somebody else who mustn't have used the hashtag transfer out did also say sell Huntelaar. Now the lineup I'm putting out against Burnley isn't fully fit, but it's the best I can possibly do. We've got Huntelaar up top in the striker position, Tadic, Labiad and Ziyech in the central attack and mid positions, De Jong and Eating in the central defensive midfield roles, Tagliafico, Daley Blind, Delit and Veltman at the back, with of course Onana between the sticks. Now I may well look at changing the formation later on into the season, but right now this is the lineup we were given, this was the formation we were given, and that is exactly what we're going with. So let's go ahead and get into this game against Burnley. Of course we're playing on Legendary. We could really do with picking up the 3 points just to guarantee us a place in the semi-finals of this pre-season tournament. We're playing at Old Trafford, and let's just hope we can bag these 3 points against Burnley and possibly get a scoreline like we did against Crystal Palace. Well, we're coming off the back end of 2 incredible games. One against Nice that we did lose, but we certainly didn't deserve to. And off the back end also of a game against Crystal Palace, who we absolutely dominated 6-1. So let's go ahead. It's the European International Cup. It's our final game in the group stages. Let's go ahead and get this kicked off and hopefully bag these 3 points and score a good amount of goals. Here's Huntelaar. Huntelaar around the corner. Labayad playing it round now to Tadic. Dusan Tadic makes it 1-0. Wow, wow, wow. I've got to say, guys, if you haven't watched the Liverpool career mode, that should have went up last night. It's including something called fan objectives, but I'm just plugging it right now because we've done very well at the start of that season. We're starting season 2 on Legendary. We've done very well with that so far. And now we've just scored after 5 minutes, considering we're playing on Legendary. And that's Dusan Tadic's second goal in the European International Cup. We are playing very well so far, but again, we can't get ahead of ourselves. We've done this against Nice, and we still managed to throw the game away and lose it after 90 minutes. So let's make sure that doesn't happen in this episode. Let's mark up here, lads. Let's get rid of this ball, get rid of it, cut into the middle, and I'll tell you what, Long is there. And that is an easy, easy goal. It was flicked on from the edge of the box, or just into the box, should I say. And Long goes and buries that one. That was a really good worked corner there from Burnley. Ball comes in. Flicked on, look at that. Lovely flick on. Straight to Long's right foot, and he slots it past Onana. Come on, lads, we could do with a second before half time. Let's jump for that. Nicely done. Push on now, Huntelaar. Look at this. Huntelaar in plenty of space and absolutely puts a rocket in the back of the net. I literally just said seconds ago we need to push on for a second before half time. Beautiful ball through to Huntelaar, and he doesn't have 2 seconds to think about it. He just thinks, we're burying this in the back of the net. And what does he do? Puts his laces through it. Look at that. Headed down. Ball through. I don't know if that's Labiad. And then he absolutely smashes that. Huntelaar. Is that his set? Yeah, it is his second goal. Klasjan Huntelaar already picking up his second goal in the European International Cup. Still Labiad now to put a nice little ball in. Looking for Tadic back post. Huntelaar would have stayed on his feet. We possibly could have had another goal there. But nevertheless, the referee has blown for half-time at Old Trafford. We're going in with a 2-1 lead. It was a little bit difficult, to be honest. We went 1-0 up. They haven't had that many chances, but it's more controlling the game. I think I'm going to make some substitutes as well. We've got to remember, it's pre-season. We can make as many substitutes as we want. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring Neres on for Labiad, switch him onto the left attacking mid. I'm also going to take Frankie de Jong off for Schoen. I think the next move is going to be, I feel like everyone, maybe Veltman. Yeah, let's take Veltman off for Nissan Christiansen. And then I think later on I'll look at Van der Beek for Ziyech, Dolberg for Huntelaar, and possibly Vober for De Ligt. But we'll see how it goes. But they are the changes, the 3 changes I am making at half time. So let's go ahead and get into the second half. New players coming on. And let's see if we can do any more damage to this Burnley side. Still Tadic. Tadic now laying it off to Shona, who can hit them. He hits it. And there we go, 3-1. I know you guys want me to sell this fella, but he has scored 2 incredible goals right now from outside the box. That is going to be his second goal of the European International Cup. And it's been 2 rockets from outside the box, if I'm completely honest. Lovely bit of hold-up play there through to Shona, who puts his laces through it. And that should be, there you go, second goal in the European International Cup. Ball into the middle. Daley Blind is in the back post. Coming from Ben Mee. Cleared away from Christiansen. Christiansen again off the line. Wow. Got to do a lot better from there, man. Oh, look at this. Bailey are going to be through here. Big tackle from De Ligt. And wow. How has the referee just went and pulled that back and said that that's going to be a foul? Wow. He's picked up a red card as well. Are you joking me? Let's just watch the replay. Could have sworn he got the... Oh, ref, he gets the ball here. Are you joking? Let's come back to Ziyech. Let's go back over there now, looking for Christiansen. But nevertheless, the referee has blown for full time. We've beat Burnley 3-1. We're going to finish top of our group. The only bad thing to come out of that game is the fact we conceded and also picked up a red card in the 91st minute. Little bit gutted over that. Little bit gutted indeed. But nevertheless, it's our 3rd game in. We lost our first. We've won our second 2. 9 shots, 8 on target. We're very consistent right now. And from those stats, we had a lot more possession, a lot more shots on target. We definitely deserve to be beaten Burnley. And now we are through to the semi-finals of the European International Cup. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central, where we are about to face off against Calgary in the semi-finals of the European International Cup. Now first things first, I want to see who the other 2 semi-finalists are. So if we click in, SC Braga and OGC Nice. Now obviously we've already faced Nice, but there is now a chance that we could meet them in the finals of the European International Cup. Now if I'm completely honest, out of those 2 teams, I would love to meet Nice in the final because they've done us 3-2. It's about time we get a little bit of revenge. Now I quickly also want to show you guys, if we jump over to the office, we've had a couple of emails. Right now I'm doing a lot off camera because I don't want to bore you guys and make the videos too long. But some of the players that we've put on the transfer list, teams have actually come in for them. I'm now delegating, trying to get a little bit more money. But the main 2 you need to see is Matthias De Ligt has picked up a 2-match ban, which means he's not going to be in the semi-finals or the final of this pre-season tournament. And we've also picked up a €1.3 million in the tournament prize money. Now unfortunately we're at the Calgary game right now and we haven't had any feedback on any of the players. We're still waiting for some scouting reports of all of these players. We don't actually know anything. You can see all the overalls have currently got a question mark, but nevertheless it's now time to get into the Calgary game. So what I'm going to do is, normally I'd have the team already set up, but I haven't actually done it this time round. So De Ligt is going to have to make his way to the bench for Vober, and then we'll switch De Ligt for Shears. I think we're going to start Dolberg up top. I think Labiad is going to make his way to the bench for Van der Beek. I'm going to give Ziyech a break and switch Neres and Tadic, so Tadic can play on the right and Neres on the left. And then I think they are the only changes I'm going to make. In fact, I'm going to play Shona instead of Eating because he's scoring right now. Although you guys want me to sell him, he is scoring right now. And you can see there's some of the youngsters. We've also had a loan offer come in for DeWitt. He's only 66 overall. I have accepted it, should I say. And hopefully he will go out on loan. We're also possibly going to look at a right back in the next episode or 2. So Mazraoui will be either the main or the backup to him. And you guys obviously want me to sell on Veltman as he doesn't grow very much. But that is the lineup we are going to put out against Calgary. We've got Dolberg up top, Neres, Van der Beek and Tadic in the central attacking midfield roles, De Jong and Shona in the central defensive midfield roles, Tagliafico, Daley Blind, Vober and Veltman at the back with Onana in goal. Now let's go ahead and get into this game. Hopefully after this game we will start to receive some of the scout reports back. You can also see in the top left we've now gone up to an 81 rated manager, which I am very, very happy about. We're going in the right direction. We're winning games. Let's just hope we can keep this up. And we are back at Anfield. Wow. We're playing at Old Trafford and Anfield, and I am more than happy to be playing at Anfield. You can see once again we're playing on Legendary. There's going to be showers there today. Ajax versus Calgary. Who will be in the final of this pre-season tournament? Let's do this. We deserve to beat Nice. We beat Crystal Palace, absolutely annihilated them, and we've just beat Burnley. Are Calgary really going to do much to us, or are we going to absolutely dominate this Italian team? I would like to hope that we do dominate, so let's go ahead and get this first half kicked off and see what damage we can do. Tadic is on the ball, playing it round now to Veltman. Veltman pushing forwards, looking at pulling it back. Nice little ball in to Dolberg, edge of the box. Dolberg with an absolutely horrible shot. He kicked the floor before he kicked the ball, I think. Looking now for Tadic, he's going to push on. Here's Tadic, playing it through now to Dolberg. Dolberg trying to feed it through to Neres to put us 1-0 up. And what a save from Kragno. What an absolutely incredible save that was. Dolberg into the middle to Frankie de Jong. To Tadic, who's going to hit it on the edge of the box. Oof! Wasn't too far away at all. Ball comes into the middle, let's deal with it. Onana gets there. Let's deal with it again, lads. Deal with it again, this isn't good enough. Daily Blind, Onana, and it's in the back of the net. Too easy for Seri, far too easy. The ball lands to him. I've already pulled Onana out, and there wasn't much else we could have done there. And the ball is cleared away. Let's try and get there. Tagliafico does, but the referee blows for half-time at Anfield. Little bit gutted with that first half. It wasn't great whatsoever. We've had a few chances, but no clear-cut chances. I'm really not sure what we are going to do here right now. I think, firstly, I'm going to bring Tadic more centre. I think he prefers being out on the left, but I feel like centre is where he needs to be. I'm then going to bring Ziyech on for Van der Beek, I think. I think Van der Beek is going to make his way to the bench. He's on that yellow card. We don't want to risk him. I think Eating is going to have to come on for Shona, and I think they are the two changes I am going to make for the second half. So let's go ahead and get back into the second half. Hopefully in the next 10 to 15 minutes we can find a goal, and then hopefully push on for a second. But we need to push on for a goal earlier rather than later. Go on, Dolberg, make a run for me. Let's hold this ball up. Dolberg round to Ziyech, who's going to look at getting away from his man. Ziyech onto his left foot, and there we go, it's in the back of the net. I've literally just brought him on. He's going to be absolutely incredible this season. I can feel it already. And we have levelled in the 53rd minute. That is what we needed right there. Ziyech, Dolberg does well. He's very good at hold up play, Dolberg. Cuts it back. He's on that left foot, his stronger foot, and buries it in the top left corner. Hakim Ziyech picking up his second goal in the European International Cup. Here's Neres round the corner now to Tagliafico. I'm going to hit this with Tagliafico. Tell you what, it wasn't a bad shot and it wasn't too far away at all. What are you doing to me? You've laid it off. Going to get a shot off. Big save there from Onana. Go into Huntelaar. Don't give that ball away. And we've given it away. And the referee has gone and blown for full time. And now it is going down to penalties. I mean, when you look at the stats, 14 shots, 8 on target compared to Calgary's 5 with 3 on target. How have we not won this game? And it is down to penalties. Well, you know what, guys? At least there's going to be a bit of excitement and drama in this series very early on. Let's go and try and tuck that into the left corner. Look at hitting it, and oh my word. Kragno for his first penalty has pulled off an absolutely incredible save. Can Onana do it? No, he's gone the wrong way. We get sent the wrong way. Come on, Neres. Make it happen, son. Make it happen. Top right this time. Neres! Beautiful penalty. Beautiful penalty. Come on, we could do with saving this one. We could do with saving this one. I'm going bottom left. Sal steps up. Bottom left. But, oh, what is going on? How have we not kept that one out? Labiad, bury this, son. Absolutely bury it. Nice little slotted down penalty. Keeper doesn't even bother to move. Come on, Onana. This is the one. Bottom right, son. Bottom right. Let's make it happen. We're going bottom right. Here we go. Here we go. Bottom right. Oh, should have stayed down the middle. Should have stayed down the middle. Huntelaar to step up. Huntelaar should bury this one. Huntelaar. And does. Nicely done. We've got to save this one or the next one. João Pedro steps up. Bottom left. Bottom left. He's chipped it. Oh, that is cheeky. Oh, that is cheeky. We need to score this one. And it's Daily Blind to step up. We have to score it. Daily Blind. Smashes it home. Now we've got to save this one. Otherwise, it's over. Come on. The pressure is on. And they've scored. Oh, that is a little bit heartbreaking, that, guys. A little bit heartbreaking. I felt like apart from that first penalty, the rest were really, really good. And that cheeky chip at the end, I thought it was going over. And then as it was coming down, I thought it was going wide. But unfortunately, we are knocked out in the semi-finals against Calgary, which I am a little bit gutted about. I really, really thought we were going to go all the way there to the finals, and unfortunately we don't. And when you look at the stats, we certainly don't deserve to be going out. But it's football, guys, and anything can happen. And as you've just seen there, we may have been the better team on the day, but when it come down to penalties, we missed our first one, and Calgary made sure, should I say, that they capitalised on that. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central after unfortunately getting knocked out against Calgary on penalties. I still can't believe we lost 5-4 just because we missed that first penalty. But nevertheless, guys, we're back at the Central, and we have received a fair few emails, and hopefully a few of them, or I'm sure they will be, some of the scout reports. So if we jump over, we've had the final scout report on Kenny Teti. We've also loaned out the Wit, as I did say, guys. I was looking to loan him out. He is now gone. We've had the final scout report on Jesse Lingard. The final scout report on Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now, basically, guys, I'm just going to go through all these, and then we'll just go over to the actual transfer hub itself, and then we can see what players we can now put bids in for. But by the looks of it, Phil Foden has now had his final scout report, so we can definitely look at putting a bid in for him. Right, so we're at the transfer hub, and now all of the players that were originally on the first straw poll in the previous episode now all have an overall, and we'll also be able to see what their value is and also what they're on as a weekly wage. As for the players we've added today, they still need a little bit more scouting, so in the next 4 to 5 days we should have all of them in, which means in the next episode, obviously you guys will be voting in this episode, for the next episode we can start looking at some of these players. But first things first, the top man with 12 votes was Phil Foden. Now this is actually an English player that I've wanted to play with for a very, very long time, which seems a bit mad because obviously he's a Manchester City player, but he's got a massive potential, and I've always wanted to see how he plays at that central attacker mid. So what we'll go ahead and do right now is, he's valued at 8 million. I'm thinking we can probably get him for maybe not much more than that, maybe 9, maybe 10. It says we may have to offer between 8.1 and 11 million euros. So we'll approach to buy and see if we can get him. And there we go, Pep Guardiola. Let's see if we can do some business. So first things first, we've got 29.4 million euro and an 88k wage budget. So offer transfer fee. Let's just go straight in there with, let's go with 8.7. Let's see if Pep will bite on that. Now Pep is probably one that probably won't bite on that and come back with saying he wants 15 million or something. Or not. He's just going to come straight back and accept 8 points. In fact, what did he even offer? 8.7? 8.7, he just accepted it. So now we can go ahead and negotiate a contract. Wow. So at the end of this episode, we may well have signed Phil Foden that easy. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. His current wage is 35.5k a week. I don't really want to be paying that kind of money. Hopefully he'll come down. He's got to remember that he's at City. Let's play him as a rotational. He's only 73 rated. Is he happy with a rotational? He is happy to be a rotated squad role player. Let's move on. Let's offer him 5 years. He's only young. Yeah, we've agreed on that. Happy days. This is going well so far. Let's disregard a release clause. Oh, and they're also going to let us offer him his wage. So what I'm going to do is, let's say 25, so 10,000 euros less. And then we'll offer him 200, what about 200k? Let's see if he bites on that. 200 grand signing on bonus and a 25k a week. That's a fair offer, Mike. Oh, see, what worries me when they just say that's a fair offer, my client is happy with that. Have we just overpaid for him? Have we maybe just overpaid for Phil Foden? Because normally it says it's not quite what he wants, but we will allow it. Now, the next thing that I have already noticed, guys, and that's why I'm going to do it in this episode, Timothy Weah come third on the straw poll, or technically joined second with Tuzart with 7 votes. But it says the player has just recently joined this club and won't move again. So if we approach to buy, it says the club has recently acquired the player, so they aren't looking to negotiate his leave. But what we could do is if we approach to loan, maybe we'll have to take him on loan. Now, surely PSG are going to look at putting him on loan. Now, I've never done a loan deal before. Never, ever on FIFA. So we've got an option of short term or 1 year. So we'll go ahead and ask for 1 year. I'm guessing that's only because he's got maybe 1 year left on his contract, maybe. So Paris Saint-Germain's rep is happy with that. So there we go. We got him on a 1 year loan. We need to share away his wage costs. We think 60-40 is a fair split. Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? But I'm going to... I can change that. Let's go 50-50. I think 50-50 seems more fair. What about that? It's not quite what we were looking for. You're going back to... Okay, meet me halfway. At least do me 55-45. Sure, we'll agree to... There we go. Wow, so we don't even have to pay his full wage there. So if we just got him like that, we don't have to negotiate a contract or nothing. Is he now a Ajax player? I don't understand. There's a clock next to his status, so I think maybe he's got to decide whether he wants to come or not. I'm not really sure, but we may well have just signed a new striker there. So we've now put an offer in for Tuzar. We've got an offer in for Bardi. So Bardi is 14.4. Tuzar is 15. And we've also put an offer in for Timothy Weah to come on loan. Now, in the next episode, guys, we will look at getting Kenny Teti. We will look at getting a deal done for him. Hopefully bring him in, but we need to sell on a right back. And the reason I'm just going to go for that right back is because he was 5th in the straw poll in the previous episode. So realistically, you guys want this man as the right back because there was another right back. There was the Real Madrid man, and there was also somebody else. I think he was from AC Milan, but you guys seem to vote for Teti, so he is the player. And I have been told today that he actually moved from Ajax to Lyon. So now he's going to move from Lyon back to Ajax if we can make that happen. But we've got to remember, we haven't got a lot of money left. We also need to move some players on. But that is actually going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.